It's November 1974, London. A woman staggers out of a house in the middle of the night, covered in blood, and collapses into a pub. She tells the people inside that she's just been attacked, that her children's nanny has been beaten to death, and that the man who did it was her own husband. His name was Richard John Bingham, the 7th Earl of Lucan, and within hours he was gone. What followed became one of the most baffling disappearances in British history, a case that's never been solved, a man who was never found, and a mystery that's haunted detectives, journalists, and true crime obsessives for over 50 years. This is the story of Lord Lucan. To understand what happened that night, you first need to understand who Lord Lucan was. Born in 1934, Richard Bingham came from one of England's most privileged families. Old money, old titles, the kind of world where the right school, the right club, and the right accent could get you anywhere. He was handsome, charming, well-connected. He drove fast cars and gambled at London's most exclusive casinos. His friends called him Lucky, but Lucky Lucan's life was unraveling. By the early 1970s, his marriage to Veronica Duncan had collapsed. It was bitter and it was ugly. The couple had 3 children, and Lucan was obsessed with winning custody. He believed Veronica was mentally unstable. He hired private investigators. He fought her in court. He lost, and insiders say that loss broke something in him. He became fixated, angry, convinced that if he could just get rid of Veronica, he could have his children back and his life would return to what it once was. What happened next suggests he decided to do exactly that. November 7th, 1974. At around 9 p.m., Veronica Lucan raised the alarm. She told police that she'd been attacked in the basement of her home at 46 Lower Belgrave Street. She said a man had grabbed her in the dark, hit her, tried to strangle her, and that when she screamed, he stopped. That man, she said, was Lord Lucan. When police arrived and searched the house, they found the body of Sandra Rivet, the family's 29-year-old nanny, stuffed inside a US mail sack in the basement. She had been battered to death. The theory was grim and straightforward. Lucan had gone to the house that night intending to kill his wife, but Sandra Rivet, who didn't usually work Thursdays, had switched her night off. In the darkness of the basement, Lucan killed the wrong woman. Lucan himself had called his mother that night. He'd visited a friend's house, pale and shaken, with wounds on his hands. He said there had been an accident, that he'd seen something terrible through a window, that Veronica had accused him of murder. His friends gave him food, he borrowed money, and then he drove away into the night. That was the last confirmed sighting of Lord Lucan. By morning, police were searching for him everywhere. His car, a borrowed Ford Corsair, was found abandoned in the coastal town of New Haven. Inside, bloodstains, evidence of a struggle, a piece of lead pipe similar to the weapon used to kill Sandra Rivet. It looked like a man preparing to disappear, or preparing to die. A warrant was issued for his arrest. Interpol got involved. His face was on the front page of every newspaper in Britain. But Lord Lucan was nowhere. His passport was never used. His bank accounts went untouched. His beloved gambling clubs saw him never again. In 1975, an inquest jury named him as Sandra Rivet's killer, the last time a British jury was allowed to name a living suspect. He became officially a wanted murderer. And still, nothing. So what happened to him? Over the decades, 3 theories have dominated. Theory 1, he killed himself. Many people, including some who knew him, believe Lucan drove to New Haven, boarded a boat, and threw himself into the English Channel. His aristocratic code, they argue, would never have allowed him to face the shame of a public trial. Death, in his world, was the honorable exit. Theory 2, his friends helped him escape. Lucan moved in powerful circles, wealthy, well-connected men who believed in loyalty above the law. The theory goes that his friends spirited him out of the country, to France, to Africa, to South America, and kept his secret for decades. Some of his inner circle were suspected of helping him. None were ever charged. Theory 3, he's still out there. This one has never fully died. Over the years, there have been sightings. in New Zealand, in Australia, in Mozambique, in India. In 2012, a man living as a Buddhist in Goa, India was photographed and investigated. The lead went nowhere. In 2016, Lord Lucan was officially declared dead in a British court. His son inherited the earldom. But a death certificate isn't a body, and without a body, some people refuse to close the book. What makes this case so enduring isn't just the mystery of where he went. It's the question of who protected him and why. Veronica Lucan, his surviving wife, always maintained he was guilty. She spent decades living with the trauma, the attack, the loss of her children, the cruel skepticism of a society that sometimes seemed more interested in protecting a lord than believing a woman. Sandra Rivett's family never got closure. A young woman, 29 years old, was beaten to death in someone else's basement, a case of mistaken identity in the most brutal sense. And the man believed responsible never faced trial. Justice, in this case, never arrived. Lord Lucan has been missing for over 50 years now. If he fled, he has never been found. If he died, his body has never been recovered. If he's alive, he would be in his 90s. The case remains officially open, and somewhere out there, in the cold grey files of Scotland Yard, a wanted poster for the 7th Earl of Lucan still exists. Because until there's a body, there's no ending, and that perhaps is exactly how he planned it.
If you enjoyed the story, make sure you like the video and that you're subscribed. There's plenty more to come.